When you're a new parent and you hold the baby, it's the smell of your own child there in your hands. It's a great thing.
Absolutely.
Beautiful thing, man. It warmed me up for the first
No doubt. That's the best.
On the latest episode of the podcast, Travis Kelce may not have said a single word, but fans are convinced he said everything. While Chris Stapleton and Jason Kelce were joking about holding newborn babies, Travis suddenly went completely quiet. No jokes, no smirk, just a look on his face that instantly sent the internet into a frenzy. Now that clip is everywhere, and Swifties are convinced he was imagining a future with Taylor Swift. And that's not even the biggest twist. Multiple sources are now claiming the wedding date is officially set for June 13th, while others insist there's absolutely no proof a wedding is happening at all. So what's really going on? Is someone leaking details they shouldn't be? Or is this the most chaotic, secretive celebrity wedding rollout we've ever seen? Something isn't adding up, and the clues are getting louder by the day. Let's break it all down.
Publicly available building permits for Swift's address and found $2 million or so in renovations planned for her home, including a new addition. But none of the documents mention a wedding, of course, or what the upgrades could be for.
It all went down on episode 180 of New Heights, which dropped Wednesday with country powerhouse Chris Stapleton as the special guest. And the episode had everything. There was whiskey tasting, deep songwriting stories, even a heartfelt moment about the Super Bowl anthem that reportedly had both Jason Kelce and Travis Kelce emotional. But the clip that's now exploding across social media? It had nothing to do with football or music. Jason casually revealed that his youngest daughter, Finley, actually met Chris Stapleton before she ever met her own Uncle Travis. When Finley was born, she was still so tiny that they couldn't leave her at home, so they brought her along to a George Strait concert where Stapleton was also performing. Backstage, Chris held the newborn in his arms, sweet, simple, wholesome, and that's when the conversation took a turn no one saw coming. What started as a cute family story suddenly shifted into a moment that has fans reading way between the lines.
Met Finley before you met Finn. At his show, she was so new and so young, we couldn't leave her at home, and we wanted to go to the show.
Can't miss the show.
Is that the link?
That's when Chris Stapleton, a proud father of 5, shifted the energy completely. He started talking about something only parents truly understand, that unforgettable newborn smell, the way a baby feels in your arms, that overwhelming rush when you realize this tiny human is yours. He even laughed and warned, "I'm about to sound like some weird, creepy dude talking about this." But before he could finish the thought, Jason Kelce immediately jumped in to defend him. Anyone who's ever held an infant knows exactly what he means. And just like that, the moment stopped being a joke and started feeling real. It wasn't weird, it wasn't awkward, it was raw, honest, and unexpectedly emotional. The kind of conversation that makes everyone in the room think a little deeper. And that's when the camera caught something that sent the internet into overdrive.
It's like the smell of newborn babies.
New
There's like a
baby
smell
smells
coming off.
is a great thing. I'm going to sound like a weird, creepy dude talking about
No,
it.
it's not creepy at all. Because anybody that's held a kid, I think, an infant like that, you know what you're talking about.
Then Chris Stapleton took it one step further, and that's when the moment turned hilarious. He doubled down and admitted that it's not just your own baby. Sometimes even other people's newborns have that same incredible scent. And yes, he realized how that sounded immediately. The second the words left his mouth, the room exploded. Laughter everywhere. The "okay, now it's getting creepy" energy was instant. Even Jason Kelce couldn't hold it together. It was one of those perfectly unfiltered podcast moments. Heartfelt, awkward, and absolutely chaotic in the best way. But while everyone else was laughing, one person's reaction had fans paying very close attention.
Smell other people's babies. That's where it's going to sound creepy. Pardon me, sir. Can I smell your...
But here's where it gets interesting. While Jason Kelce and Chris Stapleton were laughing and swapping heartfelt stories about fatherhood, Travis Kelce was different. He chimed in once, calling it a beautiful thing. And then, silence. No jokes, no big reactions, no classic Travis energy. Instead, he just sat there with this expression that fans are now dissecting frame by frame. Some are calling it pure longing. One fan wrote that you can literally see in his eyes that he's imagining the day he gets to hold and, yes, smell his own child. Another pointed out something even more telling. Travis never gets quiet. And honestly, that might be the most accurate observation in the history of New Heights. But the context makes this hit even harder. Their mom, Donna Kelce, has publicly joked that Jason is currently her number one son because he's the one who's given her grandchildren. She's even teased Travis about adding more players to the family roster. On a previous episode, Jason admitted their mom has straight up told Travis she's waiting on him. So when you put all of that together, the baby talk, the silence, the look on his face, the family pressure, fans aren't just seeing a random quiet moment. They're seeing a man who might be thinking about his next chapter. And that's why the internet can't stop talking about it.
He's always had Travis number one. I do know.
Listen, and right now, mom has Jason number one because he has kids.
That is true. She has said that. She has made that comment. She's put some pressure.
So let's put this into perspective. Between Donna Kelce not so subtly campaigning for more grandkids, Travis Kelce watching his brother raise 4 daughters, and now sitting in a studio while 2 devoted dads get emotional about newborn babies, Travis is basically living in a cloud of baby fever, and he just happens to be engaged to Taylor Swift. The math? It's mathing. But now we get to the part that's genuinely confusing, because there are 2 completely opposite storylines happening at the exact same time. On one side, insiders are reportedly confirming a wedding date, June 13th, 2026. The location? Ocean House in Watch Hill, Rhode Island. Sources claim preparations are already underway. Paperwork allegedly being finalized within 30 days, hotel prices in the area reportedly climbing, and honestly, on paper, it makes sense. June 13th falls on a Saturday. 13 is famously Taylor's lucky number. It's peak wedding season. It avoids the NFL calendar, and it's just 2 days after she's scheduled to be inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame on June 11. The timing feels almost too perfect. But then there's the other side. Journalists reportedly went straight to Watch Hill to verify the claims and found nothing. They checked public building permits tied to Taylor's property, spoke with local police, reviewed town event filings. The result? Zero evidence. No permits, no official paperwork, no visible security planning, nothing that typically surrounds a high-profile celebrity wedding. So now fans are left wondering, is this the most airtight secret wedding plan ever executed? Or is someone leaking details that simply aren't real? Because right now, both narratives are running full speed, and they cannot both be true.
Publicly available building permits for Swift's address and found $2 million or so in renovations planned for her home, including a new addition. But none of the documents mention a wedding, of course, or what the upgrades could be for.
And then a wedding expert stepped in and made things even more complicated. Wedding planner Kate Myrto weighed in on the Watch Hill rumors and pointed out some major logistical red flags. First, Watch Hill is beautiful, but it's small. Hotel capacity is limited, roads are tight, summer traffic is already intense during peak season. Now imagine dropping one of the biggest celebrity weddings in the world into that setting. According to Myrto, an event of this scale would require massive security infrastructure, coordinated road management, crowd control planning, and months of visible preparation. And right now, none of that appears to be happening. No large-scale setups, no obvious security build-out, no signs that a global media frenzy is about to descend on the area. Which raises the question, if June 13 at Watch Hill is real, how is something that big staying completely invisible? Because for a wedding involving Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, low-key isn't exactly realistic.
That it was just a very natural path because people saw she was doing construction all summer. It's a small town, so it's challenging. There are not big brand hotels.
Now here's where it gets even messier. The marketing director at Ocean House has already denied one of the biggest rumors, that Taylor Swift bought out another couple's wedding date. That theory? Dead. So at this point, we have two completely opposing realities. On one side, insider sources insisting June 13th that Ocean House is locked in. On the other, journalists on the ground finding absolutely no trace of permits, security buildup, or logistical prep for a celebrity event of that magnitude. Both cannot be true, unless Taylor is operating at a level of secrecy that would make intelligence agencies nervous, which, let's be honest, no one would put past her. And that's where the biggest fan theory comes in. What if Watch Hill is the decoy? What if Rhode Island is exactly where she wants the tabloids looking, while the real wedding is quietly being planned somewhere else? Some fans are circling Tennessee as a more realistic option, a place previously floated by sources and far easier to control privately. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. Taylor would never let actual wedding details leak through gossip columns when she's the same artist who surprise dropped full albums without a single warning. And then there's Donna Kelce. When asked whether she had to sign an NDA, her response was simple. They know I can keep a secret. Delivered with the exact calm confidence of someone who knows far more than she's ever going to say.
Did you have to sign an NDA even though you're the mother?
No. No, they know I can keep it.
Are you looking forward to the, mother-son dance at the wedding?
Oh, I'm sure it'll be interesting.
Oh, yeah?
And then there's Kylie Kelce, who might be playing this game better than anyone. When she was asked directly about the wedding rumors in a recent interview, her answer was simple. She has no idea. Now, that could be completely true. Or it could be the most elite poker face in the entire Kelce family. Because let's be honest, at this point, everyone close to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift knows the world is watching every blink, every smile, every no comment. So when Kylie shrugs and says she doesn't know, it only adds fuel to the mystery. Is the inner circle genuinely in the dark? Or is this a coordinated silence so airtight that not even a casual interview cracks it? Either way, the secrecy is almost as fascinating as the wedding itself.
Not gonna lie.
Yes.
I know.
Not gonna lie.
I know you're not gonna get yourself in trouble
Never.
either. Do we think there's a wedding this year?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Do you really not know?
I have no idea. We're so excited to celebrate, though.
I know, of course.
We can't wait.
We all are.
At this point, everyone orbiting this wedding is either truly in the dark or delivering performances worthy of an award season sweep. And then there's Travis Kelce. Not a single public update. No wedding confirmation, no retirement hints, no contract headlines. Just silence. While the internet spirals over June 13th rumors and venue speculation, Travis has said absolutely nothing about any of it. Instead, fans are replaying that one podcast moment, him sitting quietly on New Heights as Jason Kelce and Chris Stapleton pour their hearts out about the magic of holding a newborn baby. No jokes, no deflection, just that look. And let's not forget, this is also the same man casually referring to Taylor Swift as my Taylor, like it's the most natural thing in the world. No hesitation, no spectacle, just quiet certainty, which somehow speaks louder than any official announcement ever could.
I talked to Taylor, my Taylor, about this a few times, but she grew up in the country world in Nashville and in high school and coming up, and she raves about how together they are, how they maneuver on tour and stuff like that. She was underneath a lot of these big country.
And while the rumors swirl, he's out here moving in total silence, sneaking into a members-only club in New York City on a random Wednesday night, casually holding her hand like the cameras don't even exist. No big announcement, no spectacle, just quiet, confident energy. Meanwhile, the business side of things is just as dramatic. The Kansas City Chiefs have reportedly cleared over $50 million in cap space, and they're not being subtle about wanting him back. The message is basically, the door is wide open. So now you've got romance headlines on one side and career-defining decisions on the other. Wedding rumors, retirement speculation, massive contract leverage. And in the middle of it all, Travis Kelce, saying absolutely nothing and somehow saying everything at the same time.
I've taken a different approach with Travis in the sense that I think, we've kind of prepared for either scenario, and Coach had mentioned on Friday, he's had great dialogue with Travis on our end, myself, Crochet, Travis's crew. We've had some good dialogue there. Travis is the best. He's an icon, and hopefully he comes back, and we'll just kind of let that process play out.
In terms of Travis Kelce, my understanding, and I think Ian said this on Super Bowl Sunday, is they have already been in contract talks. It seems like this is trending toward Travis coming back and playing for Kansas City, but nothing is done until the...
Here's why the timeline has everyone spiraling. The Songwriters Hall of Fame ceremony is set for June 11th. The rumored wedding date, June 13th, 2 days apart. Meanwhile, Donna Kelce has made it very clear she's ready for more grandkids. Travis Kelce goes unusually quiet during baby talk. And across the ocean, Taylor Swift is reportedly laying low in London ahead of the Brit Awards. Football decisions, wedding rumors, family pressure, career milestones. Every major piece of Travis Kelce's future, NFL, marriage, fatherhood, feels like it's colliding within the next 4 months. And yet, the only person who seems completely unshaken is the man at the center of it all. No frantic denials, no dramatic announcements, just that quiet confidence. That subtle smile during the baby conversation, it said more than any press conference ever could. Because here's the feeling fans can't shake. Travis Kelce already knows exactly what his next chapter looks like. He's just not telling anyone yet.
So these are from Travis.
Oh, these are so beautiful. I love that he doesn't even have to sign them anymore.
I had that as a bucket list item in my mind of there's unbelievable courses all over the world, but if I could ever get a shot at the 16th hole at Waste Management, I can't pass that up. I was telling Dennis, no, sweetie, I have to go. I'm sorry, I have to do this. And I was staring at the ball this long. I don't remember doing that.
And that's where we're leaving it for today. Because whether this is the most perfectly executed decoy plan in celebrity history, or the calm before the biggest announcement of the year, something is definitely coming. We'll be watching every clue, every look, every no comment. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and we'll see you in the next one.